Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Let's Play Dynasty Warriors 9. I'm the Mysterious JG, and I'm doing something I often do when Let's playing a game that I've been looking forward to playing and am excited about. I'm recording shit tons of videos, all in a couple of long sessions, without actually having anything online. Like, by tomorrow at some point, I think the first video goes live on the interwebs. So, things that you've been telling me since video 1, like, oh my god, JG, press the triangle button and all of your problems will be solved. I'm not actually seeing any of that yet. Being said, Cao Cao's ready to join Yuan Shao's coalition, which will be interesting. Since more than anything we've done up to this point, this really feels like something more in the, in the vein of a traditional Dynasty Warriors 5, 6, 7, 8 mission, and not an open world kind of thing we can run anywhere you want, because you're trying to get Dong Zhuo, or Zhuo, and Lu Bu, and all that. I know we were trying to get Zhang Jiao previously, but yeah, the idea that you could go around and attack different cities, because there was like a whole huge rebellion all across the country, and that. And this one, pretty much we got to get to Luo Yang, except I guess once we get Luo Yang, Dong Zhuo is just going to retreat to, I don't remember where he retreats to. But there'll be all that Hulao Gate stuff, which you may recall. I guess that turns out this probably is the city he retreats to, but I'm blanking on what it's called. But yeah, like, it's not feeling open worldy right now. The plot really is kind of demanding us to hurry up and join Yuan Shao, and while I'm sure that we could ignore it, I'd feel bad. So let's, in fact, and also because I'm kind of interested in seeing at what point will I get the chance to play as another character, and will it ruin everything ever if I jump out of playing as Cao Cao, I'm going to lose a whole lot of progress? I don't know, but let's not get too much farther in Cao Cao's story before the first time we try to find out. I wonder what this little complex is about over here. But yeah, we will... I'm trying to set my destination. I guess if I'm following the main story, I don't have to get a different thing going. So is my army warriors following me? Yeah, see? You got a whole army of warriors who are... Oh, they're actually going down the path that the game wants me to go. They're not going to cut across the woods. Well, Cao Cao, said that any soldier who trampled on the peasants' fields while marching and trampled on the corn or the wheat or whatever would be killed. So I guess it would make sense that he would not, frickin' cross the fields. That was something from the novel. Like, in order to win the trust and love of the peasants, he would order any soldier who destroyed crops while marching killed. So in that way, he showed everyone his virtue and benevolence through murder. Hey, buddy. See, I'm looking forward to playing as one of the female characters to see if people go, "My lady!" But none of the female characters would actually be a ruler. And this game doesn't seem to have any of the, Dynasty Warriors Empires style. You can set whoever you want up as the ruler kind of thing. Which, in fairness, that's peculiar to Dynasty Warriors Empire. That's not like something that's missing from Dynasty Warriors 8 regular game that is... oh, Dynasty Warriors 8 let you do that. No, Empires did. It was kind of its own thing. Not to mention, Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires, I couldn't really put my finger on why, but it sucked. It was not as good as Dynasty Warriors 5 Empires. And I don't know if I ever played Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires. I think I did. It was okay. Dynasty Warriors 5 Empires is the best Empires game ever. Except for Samurai Wars 2 Empires, which is awesome. Neither of which I'm playing right now, so why am I talking about that? So I let myself march with my army, but I suppose I could have just marched ahead of them and taken this base by myself. That would have been fun. At this point, I don't even have 1,000 KOs, and I took my time with the first part of this, the assassination attempt part. I don't actually remember if any of these officers who are being discussed above in the text there, I don't remember whose side any of them are on, whether this is good news or bad news for us. to say, my soldiers should be attacking these guys here. Yay! Just land Avalon to Galactor. My whole army is hanging out with me, but they're not really doing that much to help. Yeah. That's right, GG. They're not. That's right. I can run through fences when I'm surprise attacking people. That's how good I am. Well, they've just all turned white. Their stamina meters, rather. Okay, so I've discovered its supplies. Yeah, so now I gotta find the supplies and actually take them, or else I'm being wasteful. So where are the supplies of this base? Here they are. Pardon me, soldiers. Just gonna take some topaz circlet. I was gonna say circlets, but I only got one. I'm gonna get a pearl clasp. I imagine these are just things you sell for money. And another topaz circlet. Sadly, amongst this base's supplies were not damaged deer skins. That's obviously the most valuable item in the game. Damaged deer pelts. Alright guys, let's keep marching. While you guys march, I will ride my horse. Xiaodun, I like you. I don't want you to die. Therefore, I will try to stay alive, because I know that if I die, you're just gonna die like, you know, a week later. That's kind of your deal. Are you guys trying to fight me, or? I guess they are. I guess the yellow are just like... The red is your main enemy. Yellow, I guess, is just like unassociated forces, but they're your enemies too. Like, I remember Samurai Warriors 2, which I've already referenced for some reason in this video, it had a thing where there would be yellow forces and they were always hostile towards you. Like, sometimes there would be 3 armies fighting in the same battle, but the third army, if it was there, was always against you. And then in a later game, they were always your allies. And I always got confused about that. Oh, we could fast travel and do these little side missions. I would imagine that they are connected to the main story, at least a bit. But mostly I just came here to upgrade. What do you think I'm going to level up, folks? Huh? What do you think? Take a guess. Yeah, I'm going to level up my attack, because that's the only thing I've leveled up ever. And so far, I have not been penalized for this in any way. Neo, I'll occasionally find out, oh, I've never upgraded my skill because it didn't affect my axe, but now I'm finally realizing 800 bajillion videos in that better armors I'm not able to get anything out of because they have minimum skill levels. Whether that makes sense or not, I'll let you decide. But or, oh, I wasn't upgrading my spirit enough, and now I'm not getting the most out of my guardian spirits. I guess I'll upgrade spirit for a while now. In this game, so far, it's like, yeah, upgrade whatever you want. Doesn't matter. You're not going to have any trouble. I just haven't gotten far enough in the game for things to be difficult yet. And if I ever find myself having difficulty with combat, I'll just stop and do fishing missions for a while.
I hereby claim this area as my own.
Despite the presence of an enemy bow captain who's just hanging out in my base. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Oh, what the hell. I'll fast travel to these side missions just because I'm curious to see. Because they all have little battles outside of them. I'm curious to see if my army will fast travel with me. I do kind of want to hurry up on this one, though, and finish this and see when I can unlock some new stuff to do. But yeah, my whole army teleports with me. Hammer, 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 Captain. Please, hammer, Captain. Don't hurt him.
I've got a problem I can't handle alone. Will you listen to what I have to say?
Will your huge army help me defeat some dude? Defeat Sword Captain who is leading the scout unit. Defeat an enemy scout unit. An enemy scout unit has been discovered. Yeah, we will take on
Thank
this
you so
mission.
much. I know you can handle this.
Although it's very much appearing that these little missions are not going to be that involved, and maybe it's not worth doing more than the one here, but as you would suspect, the little battle that's right outside of the place where you get the mission is in fact... Wait, who is that? Oh, that's Jihao Yuan. Is in fact what you are, doing as a mission for them. It's Xiao Zui, and I don't know who that is. Or that's Chang Gong and Xiao Ji. I guess my whole army didn't teleport with me, just Xiao Dun and Jihao Yuan. Okay. So much for stealth. I'm just going to ride up to you and smack you in the face. And it's going to work out just fine. And there's apparently no reason to go back and actually... Dong Zhuao. There's no reason to actually go back and talk to the guy who gave us the mission. Which makes things easy. You can just quick knock out a few units to make the mission against... make the mission of meeting up with Yuan Shao even easier. Lower the difficulty level. Touch. Okay, so I touched a waypoint there. Confirm the request to the captain. Visit a camp nearby. Defeat the reinforcements. I guess I can't talk to him without getting off my horse.
My apologies for this.
Yeah, you need to ask me to defeat the reinforcements. We can do that.
You are very busy.
Wait, what? No, I meant to say yes.
My apologies for this.
See, that's what happens when you're in a hurry.
My apologies for all the trouble.
More haste, less speed, as they say in the UK. And in other places where English is spoken. Let's defeat all the reinforcements. I panicked them, I guess. Maybe I didn't. You guys get over here and fight us. So it seems like they're actually charging the guy who gave us the mission, if I'm not mistaken, and I could well be mistaken. Which seems like it would be another way to fail the mission, but I don't think you actually fail it for that. I'm almost positive I left some cash monies over where I defeated some of those guys, but it's hard to care about it that much, really. When I know there's a campfire right there, I just gotta go sing campfire songs and make s'mores. I can't help it. Let's at least get over here so that I can permanently, or possibly just for the duration of this chapter, have additional map details or whatever you get for actually touching these places. There's a cooking minigame in this. I haven't played with it yet. Maybe you cook damaged deer pelts. I don't know. Cao Cao, the Emperor, to be, and also guy who's collecting deer pelts. And damn it, I accidentally did what you said.
Yeah.
Oh. We don't actually... Okay, never mind. It's not worth coming here at all. I thought maybe it would be like touching a waypoint, but in fact, you just get to rest here in advanced time if you need to. It would have been a way to get health if I needed it, but I didn't. Also, there was no point in fast traveling there. Oh, new missions just keep popping, huh? Where am I at this point? I've been teleporting around the map. Well, not teleporting, fast traveling, you know what I mean. It's just that I made myself even farther away from... Fast traveling around doing these missions may be even farther away from Yuan Chao, and I've officially hit the point where I don't care about doing these missions anymore, so I'm going to just go to Yuan Chao and get this started. Let's get started in here. That was like a mineral. Yeah, nephrite. That's nephrite's face. Sailor Moon reference, because I'm a really cool guy who has seen enough Sailor Moon to reference it. What could be cooler, huh? Yeah, it used to be on too. What can I say? Impressive. I don't know if the sound cut off in a weird way for you or if that's just my headphones, but Jihadun kind of stuttered there. For a while there, Sailor Moon used to be on in syndication on a local channel, and I could watch it in the mornings before, you know, going in for work, and it was kind of fun because it reminded me of it being on Toonami, except for some reason it was only the first season. Or I guess the first 2 seasons, depending on how if you go by the USA breakup or the Japanese breakup. But yeah, it was fun because at one point Sailor Mercury goes, "That's Nephiloid's face!" And that's what I'm referencing. And I'm blathering, but that's what happens when you're just kind of wandering around in open world land. There's a base ahead, which we can take. And maybe plot will happen, but probably not. I haven't really found a reason not to just do this all the time. It's actually less engaging combat than the other Dynasty Warriors games, where you want to hit X, X, X a certain number of times and then switch over to triangle, and it would vary depending on which character you're playing as. But so far, it's just you just keep doing this. And if I had more and better gems, I guess they would get more and better power-ups of this attack. But if I go up and start doing this, I actually don't kill enemies as quickly, I think. Or maybe I do. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Hello, Bow Captain. Thanks for not making any effort to escape. That would have slowed me down if you had. Yes, you will kill some of these while I watch.
I hereby claim this area as my own.
I don't know what these things are, but I'm not allowed to pick them up. Capture the base. Ooh, I got a ruby clasp. And a topaz circlet. Fancy. And, yeah, these boxes seem to come in threes, so there must be another one. There just must be. Alright. Got some common lumber. Cao Cao, the hero of chaos, always stops to pick up common lumber.
Alright. I need everyone to defend this area.
Okay, just because his name is in blue doesn't mean he's working for Cao Cao directly. He might be a Yuan Shao officer. But I did find it odd that he's trying to order me to do something. Gold ore, nice. There's a rare treat. You can tell because the text is purple, which seems to be a Kowai thing now, because fancy items are purple in Neo as well. You have to forgive me if I have Neo on the brain. I was playing some offline Neo, grinding for glory so I could transform my character into various chicks. Are we? No, we still, we're just riding to Guandu. We're still not actually, ooh, what is this? There's some kind of fanciness over there. So we will go investigate on our way to join the coalition. There's some kind of treasure box around here. Yeah, it has a panacea and a box strap. And across the river, much to my chagrin, is where I actually set this point. Are my guys going to swim across the river after me? Yes, they are. And they're probably like, God damn it, Cao Cao. Well, this was worth coming to collect. Rubies. Just, man, the Titan would love this place. It's just chock full of rubies. He would definitely give us the rod, or definitely allow us to progress to the Earth Cave. Or wait, no, to Sard of the Sage, whatever the fuck the Titan was blocking you for doing at Final Fantasy, I don't remember.
Yeah.
So, lots more treasure boxes. Don't know if... Well, you know what? That seemed like it was worth getting. Don't give a crap about you, relief captains. But there were definitely some things that looked like they were worth getting over here. Getting tired. So somebody in a Dynasty Warriors 8 video is asking when I'm going to do this RTK LP. And the answer is, I've kind of been thinking I need to get that going and keep kind of putting it off because it's going to be a big time commitment when I finally get to doing it. But yes, I do in fact need to get going on that. I did, after all, offer it up as a reward for donating to Zerfall's charity stream, so it would be nice if I had the LP done by the time next year's charity stream comes around, so that I can offer something else, potentially. I'd actually rather go on and replay Nobunaga's Ambition, but that's not what I told people I was going to do when they donated the charity stream. Ooh, 5-leaf. I don't know what that is, but it appears to be fancy. Based on the fact that it's all glowy. Does this mean that it's... Is it some kind of fancy tobacco? Is it some kind of fancy poison ivy? Is it some kind of lucky clover? 2 of them makes up a 10-leaf clover. I don't remember how many leaves the clover has to have in the lucky clover. Stand up. I don't know how many leaves the lucky clover had in Kingdom of Loathing, but it was an amusingly high number of leaves. Jiho Dune, you're hurt. Everyone else has like a full 3+ stamina meters. You actually took damage. I hope you're okay, friend. And common lumber. So we will finish our randomly collecting junk, even though we intended to be on our way to actually continue the plot, but we got sidetracked by collecting fanciness. And there's more rubies. Yeah, there's just like fields of rubies hanging around out here outside of this major city. I think we found some kind of like secret mafia treasure dumping ground. They want to like be able to pay people for illegal activities in untraceable currency. Yes. Yes. Alright, so now we're well and truly going to get back to what we're supposed to be doing. Perhaps Xiahou Dun like sucked water in through his nose instead of his yeah, he accidentally sucked water and muddy water into his nose while trying to swim, and that caused minor health damage. Alright, folks, it's gonna happen, man. We're gonna rendezvous with Yuan Shao. I actually need to buy a horse just so that we can start leveling it up. That might be a smart thing to do with some of this cash I've been collecting. But I still don't know whether that horse will transfer over to other characters if we switch characters.
Yeah.
And whether I want it to. Am I going to say, oh, this sucks, I have to build up horses separately from every character if they don't do that? Or am I going to say, this is not realistic, why would Cao Cao's horse go over to a character from another kingdom if I am allowed to do that? I don't know which way I'm going to complain, but I do know I'm going to complain. Whatever the game does, I'll find some reason to bitch about it. Because I'm the person on the internet. That's what you do. Just ask Mark Henry. That's what I do. Oh, complain on the internet. Okay, maybe that's not what Mark Henry does, but... somebody whose username appeared to be written in, I guess, Arabic lettering. I don't know. I've never seen them before on my channel. And they popped up on a really old, Dynasty Warriors 5 Extreme Legends video and said, "You are the worst ever," with, you know, no punctuation or capital letters. So that was nice. Yeah, a couple of comments that came in on videos today. One of them was somebody on a non-RTK video wanting to know when I was going to get going with RTK. And another one was someone I'd never heard of before saying, "You are the worst." Actually, there's been a guy who's been annoying me on the... yeah, stream of consciousness now. I apologize, folks. That's what happens when you do open world games. Guy's been annoying the hell out of me with little comments here and there on Secret of Evermore, but I'll save that for the Secret of Evermore. The guy is like getting mad about the idea that anyone would be dumb enough to believe the rigged science that claims that there's climate change, and he also is like saying some weird stuff about World War II history, just kind of getting weirder and weirder as he goes, but mostly just telling you that I suck. I'm terrible at the game. Nothing about chemtrails yet. I'm waiting for the chemtrail stuff to show up. So at this point, I think the smart thing to do is just to get to where we're right about to join Yuan Shao and just call it a video, so that next time we will definitely be in Yuan Shao, like, continuing the plot territory, because... great job, Paige. That was fantastic. You don't move, man. I am still going to kill you, okay? There we go. Oh, I got a dispersion arrow. Yay! Captured an important base. Oh, nice. So I guess this one actually lowered the difficulty of the overall, 'cause this one's actually, like, right on top of frickin' Yuan Shao's forces. So the base pretty clearly, or the game pretty clearly wants you to capture this one. And I was particularly rewarded. It's considered an important base. I found its supplies, but I only found one box. What's going on? Holmes. Oh, whatever. All right, so yeah, pretty clearly. I mean, my whole force is already gathered without taking this base, but they pretty clearly wanted me to take it over. Did we never take over Guandu? We were probably supposed to take over Guandu. Damn it. All right, I said we would start the next video ready to go into Yuan Chao's base. Let's take over Guandu. This is ridiculous. We can't have an enemy-held city right behind our backs as we march on Dongzhuo. I mean, I don't know if that'll make a difference in this game, but it should. They should cut off our supply lines, undermine our troops' morale, be able to get us in a pincer attack. I mean, all sorts of bad stuff should happen if we don't deal with this city. So let's, like, make a vague jab in the direction of realism and deal with this. And also get topaz circlets that I guess we had not noticed before. I don't know if I got that treasure. Alright, so this video is going to go slightly long because, yeah, we're going to freaking take over Guandu. Which, for some crazy reason, Yuan Shao had not already dealt with before he even got to where he is now. And I mean, it's physically his army got to where it is, not he got to where he is today, ruler of the coalition. Am I nuts? Did I just go right past the... I'm looking for a drawbridge across. Oh. This castle is not where we actually marked ourselves to go. Okay, now this is labeled as like... I don't understand how this works. I thought we would be holding Guandu, but it looks like these orange things nearby are a threat to Guandu. Alright, well, does something... because it looks like it's... there's two different forces that are both kind of holding sway. They say, please stop making me go under this bridge. So I'll go attack this one so that there will be nothing but blue around Guandu and then see what happens. But I'm beginning to see more and more clearly that this was a huge waste of time and I should have just rendezvoused with the frickin' coalition. I think I bypassed you before because I couldn't figure out why I would care. But now I'm finding out that we don't actually fully hold that city. So maybe you guys being around has something to do with it. But it seems like it's the orange force, the... I don't know if the bandits or Dong Zhuo's forces are orange. I thought the bandits were. So yeah, my whole army except for the Jihaos here and Cao Zhui or whatever his name is are all waiting for me to show up. And I'm like, where the hell is our boss? So these guys they're orange on that world map, but they're red when you actually fight them. So I guess they are just considered Dong Zhuo guys who are behind what I considered our front line, stirring up trouble. Well, I'll end up with 1,000 KOs before we join the coalition. That'll be something. Maybe I'll have a strong reputation with them before we even get started. Or maybe I won't have over 1,000 KOs because I'm about to finish them off.
I hereby claim this area as my own.
Well, Guandu is more solidly orange than it was a minute ago, or blue than it was a minute ago, but Still doesn't look like it completely belongs to us, so I'm just confused about how this all works. I guess if I really, really, really wanted to take care of this, I would need to take care of Yanlin up here, which is a major city. So maybe I'll do that. And then trust other blue troops to take care of the rest. Now, I feel like securing the entire map for your force is something you can do since it's free roam, but it doesn't really seem like you need to do that at all. And I think I'm over-leveled for what we actually need to do. Ooh, these guys are level 22. They're considered high level. I don't know why the elite troops are here.
You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
Thanks, player. That means a lot. Okay, so you can see that I'm way outclassed here, you can tell. But I guess I'm not supposed to be here because they're considered over my level. It's possible that there will be a quest later that takes us out here, but I don't think so. Now this video is going to go long just because I said I wasn't going to... I was going to start the next video ready to fight Yuan Shao, but... See, that looked fancy, but really, it was just me pressing buttons as prompted. It's not that satisfying of a gameplay mechanic, you know? And even fighting these high-level enemies, it's still just getting 100 gold per guy with a name over his head, you know. It's not like I'm getting extra rewards for beating them. Maybe I get more experience. Do I even get experience for defeating enemies and not doing quests? I guess I must. I'm leveling up even when not doing missions. Yeah, so that proves it right there, doesn't it? Here. Is that it? I got the base now? Still don't have the base. Got more little missions popping up. I'm not even sure it's worth... Yeah. I don't know that it's really worth stopping to upgrade every time you level up. It seems like you really need to level up several times over before you have enough points that it's worth taking the time to spend them. Goes. I hit the wrong button to summon a horse. That's what happened there, if you were wondering. Alright, this video is going to get really freaking long now, but you know what? I want to take Anjin and have this be over with. So what's going on with this orange force as opposed to the red force? I don't know. I don't get it. Because they are two different things per the for the map, but not when you actually get up to them and fight them. So we'll take this city. That should count for something. I feel like that should be considered a major base. Ooh, I got double attack. So this should hopefully make things go a little faster. The lack of any playable generals, like if I'm saying, oh, this is so easy, yeah, I'm not fighting anybody but complete generics, which is what Dynasty Warriors is really all about. But
you truly are the one that will conquer this land.
I hope so. Before the evil, oppressive reign of Kai Wen-Ji can begin. Alright, so video's starting to get real long now, but I just gotta hurry up and take these guys out and not use any Muso, because why would I use Muso just because I'm in the middle of taking over a major city? But at least you can see that there's blue troops other than the guys who follow me around at all times who are attacking this city. So I am kind of participating in the larger campaign. It's just that this portion of the larger campaign doesn't matter to the story. That's all. I don't know how much longer this has to go before I decide that I'm going to split after the fact, but it's always a possibility.
I hereby claim this area as my own.
Cool. Alright. This base has been captured. Oh, and I've discovered the base of supplies somewhere. Will the map tell me where they are? No. Alright. This place is about to fall. This place looks like it's going to come under our control without me having to do anything eventually. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to call it a video. There are... Oh, you know what? There's merchants here. I guess we could talk to them before I cut off the video. But I figured I would call it a video. I would find the supplies that are in this base. I would attack off-screen this base, just because I'd hate the idea that the orange guys take over here while I'm gone. And then I was going to come out here and actually get to this Yuan Zhao mission. So I will do that. I'm the Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you'll come back next time for more of Dynasty Warriors 9. Bye-bye.